Hey, what's up? What's going on, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. What's going on? Happy, merry holidays to each and every one of you guys. I hope you guys are having a joyous, holiday celebrations. And yes, hey, LaPrice, thank you. It's good to see you. So I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday, your family, and you're continuing to enjoy yourself over these holidays and, finding inspiration with your loved ones. That's all good and, very, very well. But in any event, let's get down to some gossip. Let's talk about some things that are going on. But in any event, it seems like, there hasn't been any crazy stories about the holidays. So that is good. What's going on, LaPrice? What's going on, LSW? Hey, Sweet Brown Sugar 504. What's going on, Felicia Butler? Happy holidays to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. So let's just get down to the situation. So let's talk about Miss Nene Leakes, because you guys already know the stories is just basically, about what's going on in Nene Leakes' life. And Nene is letting people know that she is happy with where she's at. She's going to live her life. She's going to do her thing. Nene Leakes ain't going to change for nobody. Since when has we seen Nene Leakes, really care about what people think? When has Nene Leakes never not did what she wanted to do? But in any event, there's supposed to be a new boo out here in these streets. But he was, from a month ago, from a while ago, from a few months ago. And so basically somebody leaked a video of them being very cozy and very happy and engaging to one another. And, Nene is just like, So we don't know if the young man, aka Temp, if he released the videos himself, somebody else released the video. He's pretty upset. He's pretty mad. He's calling out Tamar Braxton. You know what I mean? Tamar Braxton been involved in some things, because recently she said people done took things from her home without her permission. And does he know anything about that? So who knows? But in any event, it seems like Nene Leakes is somewhere at a hotel or she is somewhere at a venue. And basically she is dressed to the gods, baby. You see her outfit she got on? And, she looks okay. She looks a little sad. But the reports are saying that Nene Leakes spoke to TMZ. And basically she told them that this is going to be a really difficult holiday, because this is the first Christmas without, her husband, Greg Leakes, and this is allegedly what her people, her publicist told TMZ. And so she doesn't know whether she is going to spend the holidays with her new boo. As you guys know, the new boo, Naomi Couture, people are saying that maybe he's married, maybe he's separated, maybe his wife still wants him, and she's shocked and surprised. And also he's been separated for many years. So there's a lot of different conflicting stories about, his relationship status. But allegedly Nene's people went to TMZ and told them that she might not be spending the Christmas with her new boo. And people was like, okay, then that means that maybe he's with the wife. Maybe these reports are true, but we don't know. And doesn't mean that he didn't show up for Miss Nene Leakes, because he was in the car yesterday, Christmas Eve with her. So in any event, he showed up. He's been around the family. At least I believe he has, but we shall see. According to TMZ, they're saying that she was just going to spend Christmas with her kids and her family and her loved ones, but he's already been around in the mix. And so doesn't mean that he did not show up to say what's up to Nene on Christmas, baby. But in any event, Nene Leakes is dressed up. She's at an venue somewhere, and she just took a little shot to let us know what she's working with. But in any event, that's what TMZ is reporting, but I believe she's with him. It's Christmas. There's no way that she is trying to be by herself on Christmas. She will be with her kids early in the day, be with the family, hug, kiss, cry. But at the end of the day, she needs that good old Tyrone. But in any event, as you guys can see on the screen, this is the young dude that allegedly, may have had a relationship with Nene. They could have been friends. They could have possibly not been friends, or they could have been more than friends. But as you see, see he's posing with Pooh. And you know who Pooh is? Pooh is from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And you know, she'd be out here everywhere. And she was there when Nene Leakes was first opening up her lounge, the Lanithia's Lounge, you know, around May 21st of 2021. And so in any event, like, so she's posing with, this is the young dude allegedly that Nene Leakes was having a close friendship with, but at this point their friendship seemed to maybe, you know, not as good as it was. So in any event, Pooh, you know, knows him, and Pooh's in, you know, Nene Leakes, you know, immediate circle. She was there. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation, because he says that these few months have been really good. So he's been around for a while, and it seems like maybe he's not happy that he got ditched and Nene Leakes went somewhere else, allegedly, if something was going on. And this is Nene Leakes and Pooh at the Lanithia's Lounge. You know, basically, it was getting first to open up the lounge. She had a lot of promotion. She had Tamar Braxton. She had a whole bunch of people there and things of that nature. And you can see Pooh, she's there, she's celebrating with Nene and everything. So, you know, she's in the inner circle, and then she's taking pictures with him too. So he knows her, she knows him. So he ain't no stranger. You know what I mean? And any event, this is the same night where Pooh is dancing with a young guy. He actually looks like the young guy that people are trying to say that Nene Leakes is dating because of the images that was released to social media. It looks like, you know, they may be more than just friends, but this is him at the Lanithia Lounge, and Pooh is there, and that looks like him when his hair was still short. His hair is long now. I don't know if that's him. That might be him. So that means that he's been around since May 21st, 2021. He could have just been a friend and basically was introduced to Miss Nene Leakes, or they have the same type of friends in common, the music business, because he is a rapper. So in any event, you know, he's been around, he's been in the inner circle. So but it seems like Nene Leakes did not choose him. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. And this is, you know, the young boo, you know, Temp, you know, with Trina. And, you know, Nene Leakes was just at Trina's birthday party. So this young man that allegedly Nene Leakes knows very closely, you know, he's in the inner circle. He's around. He's everywhere. So, you know, it seemed like there might be some truth to, you know, their relationship, as far as they did have a relationship, but we don't know how close their relationship allegedly was. People saying that it was a real full-fledged relationship, and he's feeling a certain type of way because he's seeing Nene Leakes out here in these streets with her new boo, you know, Naomi Couture, and she's out in Miami, and she has the new boo at Trina's party, and he's cool with Trina. And so he knew, he's seen, he's watching what's going on and what's happening. So people are saying that maybe he's a little jilted in the situation, because Nene was definitely at Trina's birthday party. She was on a microphone, and she was definitely, you know, rolled out the carpet for her boo, her new boo. But in any event, you know, Temp, the young guy, he basically posted to his Instagram, and he was feeling a certain type of way. He said, since people are out here running with fake narratives and fake headlines, I might as well share my truth right now. The last few months been amazing and eye-opening. Like, what? The last few months? So he's been around? So he's been around for a few months, and basically Nene done moved on in the situation. And he's saying everything with Nene has been amazing, and his eyes is open. Has she taught him some things? Has she showed him about life? Has she, you know, skilled him and made his life better, made him feel good? Did he make her feel good too as well when it comes to her mourning and missing, you know, not, I think Greg may have still been alive at this point. Yes, he was, because he passed away in September. So I don't know how long he's actually been around, but he's been around because he took to his Instagram to basically let us know that she's been amazing and she has been opening up his eyes. You know, he got with an elite woman at the point, and he probably thought that this was going to be real, or they had a close friendship and they shared a lot. And now Nene has moved on, and she's building other friendships other places. But in any event, he had something to say. He posted to his Instagram as well to call out Tamar Braxton, basically saying when he first met her, he knew that she was not authentic. She wasn't real. And this is, when they met at the dinner, and Tamar was around when Pooh was around, and they was basically doing the Nithia's lounge lunch party and getting everybody ready. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. So he's feeling a certain type of way. And then you see Akbar, she's next to him. She know who Nene's former close friend or whatever the case may be, Mr. Young Temp, so he's in the circle. He knows the people, and he called out Tamar, and Tamar and Nene are really good friends at this point. Tamar's been around. She's been really supporting the lounge and supporting Nene, period. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. And there was the video of Nene Leakes and the young guy, and people saw the video and assumed different things, in pictures of maybe their relationship was a little bit more. But in any event, it seems like Nene Leakes, she posted to her Instagram right after the story hit, with her boo couture right now, and letting you know that she's still with him and she chose him. And this story possibly may not be real, because in the background it says, I don't want no other body. I don't want no other body. I don't want no other this. And she's chilling with him, and this is Christmas Eve that she threw this out here. You know what I mean? So I'm believing that she's spending time with boo couture, aka Naomi Couture. So Nene Leakes has chosen, and she has chosen him, and maybe Nene Leakes is out here breaking hearts, or maybe they really want her friendship. But you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Nene Leakes is out here in these streets, baby. And she had dinner with him the day before Christmas Eve with Naomi Couture, so they're spending a lot of time together right close to the holidays. So why wouldn't he spend Christmas with her unless he has other obligations? And that don't really sound right. So I'm believing he gonna spend Christmas with Miss Nene. So you guys let me know. Nene posted this to Instagram to let everybody know she's chosen. She chose somebody. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. She's been very public with this guy, not the other guy. So this is who she wants. So maybe there were two guys, maybe, the younger dude was very into her, and maybe she was into him for a moment, and then boom, bada bing. Or maybe their relationship, their friendship was close, and Nene decided to keep it moving. And it looks like she's keeping it moving, and she's very public about keeping it moving, y'all. The old boo allegedly wasn't at her birthday celebration, but the new boo was. So we already know what the situation's gonna be. Nene's out here breaking hearts, allegedly, but and it also could not even be a relationship. So let's get on to Apollo. Apollo is having some difficulties. He's having some situations out here in these streets when it comes to his PO, because he's basically saying things are not being handled right. And he was recently detained because he was making noise. It was a noise ordinance that was outside. He was trying to get back into his hotel on May 30th, 2021 by the Miami Police Department. And basically he was in violation trying to get back into his hotel and things of that nature. And he didn't actually post bail to June 1st. And Peter Thomas had to get, Apollo out. But at the same time, Apollo was still on supervised probation. So therefore, his where he goes is monitored and things of that nature. So he was arrested. And I'm just like, OMG, like what's going on in that situation? Like, I know Apollo is like, okay. And basically, he's claiming that, his PO, they're not keeping up to date with his records. He's filing reports. He's saying that he's trying to move to Atlanta. In October 2020, he let his probation officer know, his PO know, and they basically didn't even know that he moved to Atlanta because allegedly he wanted to be close to his children and things of that nature with Miss Phaedra Parks. So therefore, he gave them the information. Then when he contacted them, because he hasn't heard from them in a whole month, so he finally contacted them, and they was like, okay, they didn't know this and that, blasting the third, it wasn't filed. He's also saying there's different occasions where he has told his, PO that he is going to, Miami, or he's going to other business opportunities, and his PO would verbally agree but don't file the paperwork. So therefore that leaves him in trouble. And so one of these occasions where he was in Miami and he thought that he was approved to be in Miami and work for this business opportunity, and he got a verbal okay, but the paperwork wasn't filed. And then on top of that, he got arrested, May 30th, 2021. So therefore he was in deeper trouble and the situation where he had to deal with more paperwork and things of that nature. But Apollo is trying to get rid of and trying to have early release from his probation and supervised probation, because it's affecting the way that he makes his money, is affecting the way that he feeds his children, because he has to travel, and now he has a curfew and he has to be home early at a certain time, and he's really not able to travel anymore as he was because of these incidents that had took place previously. So therefore it seems like the system is cracking down on, how far they're letting him go. And they also want him to wear a GPS, a bracelet, to know where he's at all times. I was like, Lord have mercy. So that's the situation going on with Apollo. And he's basically trying to get early release from his, probation monitored, because it's basically stricken him for doing the things that he's doing. He rehab houses, build houses, he does engagement, he does parties. So he's saying that he's going through a whole lot, baby, and he needs some help and some assistance. The PO, they responded, and this is on Radar Online. They basically said that, they didn't agree with his statement, and Apollo accused his PO of making statements that were not to his liking. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. So it seems like, it's a revolving door with Apollo in this situation that continues to go on. When he was first released, there's always opposition. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. But as you guys heard, did you hear out in the streets that the streets are saying that Dennis McKinley, he wants to get custody of PJ, maybe joint custody, maybe full custody of his daughter. But the story comes from Media Takeout. Media Takeout is very shaky. But in any event, when it comes to Dennis McKinley, he basically is still letting us know that he did not receive any of his furs, his robes. He didn't receive anything. So I'm like, Lord have mercy, what is going on with the situation? Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's up? Hey, Brandy Shepherd, what's going on? What's going on, April Morgan? What's going on, Stacey Nelson TV? Naya B, what's going on, Little? What's going on? So in any event, so there's a whole lot going on in this situation. And I was just like, okay, so it looks like, actually doing this show has, could possibly bring on changes between Porsha and Dennis McKinley relationship that is probably not going to be all great, especially if that is actually the case, where Dennis wants to allegedly have full custody, because he feels like his daughter PJ is with the grandmother Diane a lot of the times. So he feels like maybe he can have his daughter full time. And especially with what's going on Porsha Family Matters, that he feels like, okay, maybe there's too much happening, and him calling out Porsha and Porsha calling him out, and Porsha basically is saying Dennis is not respecting how she's parenting her daughter, and he has a problem with it. And basically she said that is not the case, that is not true. And he's saying yes, it is. And so therefore he's allegedly, and the reports from MTO is basically Dennis feels like the way that Porsha behaved on Porsha Williams Family Matters, that she might be incapable of being the ideal parent that he wants. So I was just like, Lord have mercy, let that story be false, let it not be true, because I think that you don't want them to start going back and forth and having all this going on. At one point in time everything was good, so they need to try to work it out without getting the courts involved. That would be a great situation where they can talk, and because it's not going to be helpful to their relationship, to their career, and to their daughter at all. But in any event, we're going to see where Simon's going to stand, because Porsha did not give Dennis McKinley back his property at all. She kept it. She wasn't listening. And now he's saying that it's getting not too sweet out here between Porsha and Dennis, and he's in the middle, and he said that he swooped up and took his family. So we're going to see how Dennis is going to handle Simon, how Simon is going to handle Dennis. Is he just going to fall back and be quiet and watch it happen? Or is he going to be very, persistent and trying to smooth things over? We shall see, because the whole point of the show and everything else at first was to show us Porsha Martin Luther King, but, she ended up getting engaged. So, basically blending their family. And if that doesn't work, like, that's a total failure. But in any event, that is a new season of Porsha and Dennis McKinley are in and out of the court system for custody. That would be a new storyline. That would be a whole new season of that going on. And that would probably get really realer than what it is now. But in any event, we shall see what is going to happen. It seems like Dennis should not have signed up for the show, because he signed up for the show and he's tearing it up. He's saying how he feels. He's not holding back. And baby, Porsha, you should have got somebody else to fill in for Dennis. But in any event, hopefully it's just for TV and they're not having these problems as we see, and these things are being said in reports and stories, because that'll really be sad. Because it seemed like before Porsha got engaged with Simon, everything was okay between Dennis and Porsha and co-parenting and things of that nature. And Porsha has been out here saying Dennis has been giving fake rollies. He only pays daycare. There has to be an order for him to pay child support. She said his apartment's too small. That's why she held on to his clothes and his items, and he's questioning her and she's not feeling it. And he's ready to go head on. Hopefully that's not the case, and it's just to get people's attention to watch the show and see what's going to go on, because that can't be good, because not too long ago it was okay. Why is it bad now? So it really don't make no sense, only because there were things that were said and did on camera that the other side can't take. And if this situation pans out with Porsha getting into an altercation with her daughter's grandmother, that's it ain't no wonder what he might do with the situation. So you guys just let me know. Hopefully it's just for a storyline. But Dennis is out here clowning as well. He's not taking it back. And then let's get to Chris Noth. Like, OMG, Mr. Law and Order. Like, he knows everything about the law. He's been on Law and Order for a decade, and also the original Law and Order, and also Law and Order Criminal Intent, Sex in the City. And he was supposed to be on their new show. And so happily, he got himself into some situation. People made some statements towards him. And so the network totally chose, to go without him and not use him on anything. And every show that he was involved in has been canceled. Anything that he has touched has been canceled. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And then he was supposed to be on a new show. And just like that, they edited him out the show. He basically they just took him right out the show. And it's like, he can't say he don't know this and he don't know that. He played a detective for years on TV, and he was like one of the best detectives ever. So in any event, this is really a sad situation. And the crew at Sex in the City, they're standing by the women that are coming out making statements towards Chris Noth. So we shall see. His wife, Tara Wilson, she's basically really hiding out in her house. She just doesn't want to be in public. And also when she is in public, she's not wearing her ring. But it was told to publications that her and her husband are going to spend Christmas together, but she's all like, she just doesn't really know what to do, because this is just too much for any young mother to deal with, especially with her husband and how everything is changing. So she's basically hiding out, and she is in Lambo and something with this situation. Hey, what's up, Ralph? What's going on? So there's a whole lot going on in this situation. I mean, like, I wonder if they're going to cut him out of, former episodes of Law and Order, whatever show. Then his new show he has, that hasn't been renewed. And also he was selling a product, some type of whiskey, and that deal fell through. But he is denying any allegations. He says he's sticking to his story. He didn't do nothing. He's been a gentleman his whole life. So that's what he is saying. That is crazy. But let's get to Moniece Slaughter. Moniece Slaughter was out here in these streets, baby. And she was kind of shading a little bit. And Moniece has, shaded some of the new, hip hop rap females because she feels like they don't help out, and especially when it comes to Megan with lifting down and helping another struggling sister with music and things of that nature. But in any event, somebody posted a whole different story on Instagram, and their tag name, basically was cancel Megan Thee Stallion. And Moniece comments under the story, not even about the main story, but she says, love your IG username. So is Moniece out here throwing shots? Is she out here throwing subliminals towards Megan? Because she said a lot of these rap females that are in the hip hop rap females, they say love, they say, black magic and things of that nature, sisterhood. And she said she has not felt any sisterhood while she was trying to put music out or any camaraderie among the other female rappers. So what y'all think about that situation? So why she say that? Why? So she wants her to be canceled? Like, what's going on, Moniece? Moniece be out here doing what Moniece do. You know what I mean? That's just Moniece. And so let's talk a little bit about, love and hip hop, family reunion. Like, it's a whole lot going on over there. They are really coming hard. This is one of the young ladies. Her name is Kim. She was allegedly supposed to be dating Safaree, but she has denied it on Instagram. She's been very quiet because Mena is nobody to play with, and she's not the type of person that will give her blessings for Safaree to move on. And so, her story was brought up a little bit on the show. And then we have Kaylin. Her story is brought up on the show because everyone's talking about Mena, because when it comes to Bobby Lights, and Bobby Lights was there when Kaylin Garcia and Roe New York, which is, Mena's best friend, she came through. She flew down. She took a flight to make sure that, everything was okay. And Mena was basically protected. And Safaree didn't go home with anybody that night. And Ro was there, and she was handling her business. And she was really, not too happy with Bobby Lights at all, because Bobby Lights brought, Kaylin Garcia to the party. And she was basically, his friend. And Mena ends up telling Bobby Lights off on the episode. And Bobby always got an argument. Bobby always got something to say. Bobby was like, yo, I'm wrong. He knew he was wrong. He said, I'm just gonna let it be for the time being, because she was just like, even though we know when it comes to Safaree and Mena, you don't know what's real. We know that they still together. And so, but in any event, so they brought this story up, and the ladies were talking about it, and the guys. And also Mena was letting Rich Dollar, touch her thigh and touch her shoulder and whisper in her ear, saying that he still loves her. If Safaree would have did any of that, Safaree would have flirted with his ex on Love and Hip Hop while the cameras was on and going. We already know it would have been over. But in any event, they're saying that, she's trying to get Mr. Safaree back. But in any event, it's just like their relationship is a roller coaster. You never know what's true, what's for the TV show, what's for the storyline. Because before, they couldn't stand to be in the same room with each other. Now they're everywhere having a good time. Safaree stay at Mena's house, but I think he moved back in there. But in any event, Erica seems going to be addressing this situation on the show, but she did with Bobby, and Bobby apologized. And I was like, OMG, Bobby lost that argument with Erica. And it seems like Sin Santana, she's feeling a certain type of way because she feels like, there was a troll account that Mena had, and she was, basically making comments under Sin Santana's, Twitter, Instagram pages under this under this name. Then she ended up taking the name and putting her son's name, on it. And so everybody realized, okay, she did this. So Sin is talking about it, but she won't address Erica. And Erica said, look at her. She's talking over there. How come she can't say it to my face? They can talk all this stuff, but they can't say it to my face. I was like, yes, Sin, why don't you go confront? Because Erica would confront you. You know what I mean? Get this on and popping. So Sin is over there whining about Erica, and Erica is over there eavesdropping her and Peter Gunn's, Amina, his former wife. And so Erica's talking all types of mess. Erica's acting a fool right now. Erica was like, yeah, Erica didn't deny it. I think she did deny it, but nobody believes her. And so Sin is basically trying to hook up with, Booby, aka Keisha Cole's, ex-husband, baby father. So I was like, Booby, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And so Ro basically is letting the world know that she will fly anywhere to have her girl Erica Mena's back, point blank, period. So that's pretty interesting. It's going to turn up. It's definitely going to turn up. And Jonathan is basically turning up when it comes to Zell, Zell swag, Zelly swag. When it comes to him, they are going to be having a back and forth, and the argument is going to be interesting because, Zell's is saying that he's too flamboyant, and then Jonathan's argument is what race, like you should, his argument back to what Zell says about him being flamboyant. Jonathan brings up, well, you should feel this way because of your race and things of that nature. So Jonathan's argument is not that great. So we'll see how Zell, handle the situation, how this argument is going to go. But in any event, Erica Mena and, Safaree is up to it again and is about to go down because Safaree is going to be coming at rich dollars. I was like, It's going to be crazy. We got Shakana. She is just going after, Peter Gunn. She cannot stand, Creep Squad. She can't stand Peter. She can't stand none of them. And she's really coming after Peter. I'm like, girl, take it easy. She's coming after Peter. She's coming after Rich. She's basically saying the way that they act over these years is so terrible. So Peter Guns is running from Shakana. I was like, Lord have mercy. So Shakana just basically sitting there telling everybody how she feels and what she think about the situation. So Shakana is doing a whole lot, and Peter Guns is her target right now, but she's like the big sister on the show. So we shall see. And Booby, you better stay away from Sin Santana. You don't want them problems. And Stevie J is still being accused of not giving Mimi Auntie Munty. So we shall see. And Bobby's just acting up. And then we have Zell and Jonathan. Their argument is really, heating up. So we're going to see how this debate goes. We know right now Zell has been saying for about 3 years on TV that he wants to get married, that he wants to have kids and things of that nature. And people are kind of saying, like Mimi is saying to Jonathan, that Zell right now is confusing to where he wants to be in life. So we shall see how this all going to pan out. But right now, it's really good to see Zell and Jonathan go back and forth with each other because they're always going back and forth with women. So it's about time that these guys are going back and forth with each other. Okay. So that should be, really interesting. And then we got Tammy. Tammy's out here just telling people off in the comment section on the neighborhood talk. Well, Waka was out here. He said, how y'all want to be married and don't split the bill, but get a divorce and want half of his, his property. And so, Waka was just posting a question, or maybe he was taking a shot at Tammy Rivera. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But in any event, I'm just like, Lord have mercy. And so someone commented under Walker's post and basically was like, oh, he was a whole father to your child, Tammy. How you gonna want half when he didn't have to be, if he was gonna marry her, he was gonna be the father of her daughter. You know what I mean? He was gonna be stepfather or whatever. So, Tammy, she jumped down in the comment section. She was like, yo, I ain't her. I don't need half of nothing from no one. Got my own bread. Leave my name out this chat. I was like, oh God, look at Tammy has been doing a lot. She's been keeping herself out here, and she's basically saying, don't put me in that conversation. I ain't taking no money from Waka. Waka ain't giving me no money. I got money. And so I don't know if Waka's throwing some liminals out there towards people. So towards Tammy to get her going, because we know that they both decided to separate. They haven't got a divorce yet. I haven't seen any paperwork where they really filed for divorce or anything. It's just that they publicly split. We don't know if they're publicly splitting for the show. So that should be interesting. We shall find out how this situation is going to pan out. But Waka be throwing subliminals out there, but sometimes they just be for people. But is he throwing it at his wife? Is she asking for some money? She said she ain't asking for no money. So I'm just like, So we shall see how this situation pans out. As you guys know, Shawnee O'Neal got engaged. She got engaged to the pastor, as you see on the screen. And we shall see how this situation pans out, because we just seen and saw Meagan Good basically separate from her pastor, preacher, emotional speaker, inspirational speaker, motivational speaker, things of that nature. And we already heard some things about these motivational speakers and pastors. But in any event, Shawnee is already engaged, and she's happy. She got a nice diamond. I think her diamond was $467,000. It's in my Basketball Wives playlist. You can check it out. But in any event, is Shawnee gonna end up like Meagan Good? You know what I mean? Because these guys that are preachers and pastors and motivational speakers, sometimes the women don't live up to what that they want, or they quickly change. You know what I mean? Because Meagan Good, she was with this man for almost 10 years. So only 9 years together. She done put a lot of things on hold. She probably done stopped a whole lot of projects that she was going to do, because maybe, the public and the people at the church, the people, that he does contracts with, and plus they have a moral obligation, a morality inside of a contract sometimes. So she's probably turned down a lot of different things, and it seems like she wanted to, show you guys what she's working with and have a good time. But in any event, she did put out a book with her husband, well, soon to be ex-husband, DeVon Franklin, Devin Franklin, and the weights, and basically they give these people all these types of advice and things of that nature, what to do, how to do it, and baby, they couldn't even work it out for themselves, but they worked it out for 9 years. And so it makes you wonder, like, what was going on in relationship, and why did I don't know if Meagan wants to have children, things of that nature. I don't know if she wanted to have children, but she was waiting for 9 years and no children, and she's 40 years old. So as you get older, you have difficulties with pregnancy, but we don't know if she wanted to have children or not. And I don't know if her husband, Devin, wanted to have children as well. And a lot of people are saying that in 2 years he's going to be married and have kids. But maybe he freed Meagan Good, because maybe she really wasn't happy with everything, because she had to change herself. She had to change this. She had to stop drinking. She had to go celibate. She had to really, appear for him, because the people that support her, the people that she does projects with or work with, they'll accept him as he is, and she's not really accepted as she is around his people, because they demand a certain type of behavior, grandeur, attitude, especially as a first lady, as a motivational speaker, as a wife. And so, she had to put on different faces when she probably didn't want to put on them faces, and especially if he wasn't living up to what he said he does and all this other stuff, and she's seeing it, and she just realized, like, oh my God, I hope this is not it. But it seems like Meagan was holding on to dear life to this man, because he filed for divorce, and I was just like, Lord. But hopefully he had a conversation with her, he talked to her about it, because I know they probably did, because around her birthday in August, she did not spend her birthday with her fiance, and she didn't have her ring on. And I was going to report on the story. I think I did. I don't know if I did or not, but I was like, oh, I don't know, because it just is really shaky. And this was August. And so she was out with her friends, and people were like, they haven't really seen her out there hanging with her friends. And she was at a bar, she was drinking, and she had no rings on, And so people were speculating that their relationship is over, and that was actually in August. So it seems like it's been over for a while, and he may have freed her. She may have not wanted to leave him, or because she just wanted it to work, because you reach a certain age, a certain plateau, or you get used to a certain person. This is your husband. You feel protected by having a husband that is going to be there for you in so many different ways. And then going back into the Hollywood lifestyle, going back into being single, getting back into that life, especially when you think about 9 years. I wish you would have said something like 4 years ago, or whatever the case may be. But she might have not been happy, but she didn't know how to let go, and he let her go because he was freeing her. But also, when you date people of his type of, stature out here, he would change up quick. The thoughts and the things that he think, these ideas, they change up really quick. His idea of a woman and what he wants and what she should do. Because he said that he scratched some of the things off his list because Meagan didn't, she didn't reach that full plateau of his list, that so he had to scratch some things off just to be with her. So I was just like, so why was you with her? Was it because she was hot and she was popping then? And some people are saying it's because of his relationship with Will Smith. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. But in any event, Megan's beautiful, she's young, she's sexy, she's talented, and she has a lot of work under her belt, and she's actually already on Amazon Live, show. She has a show on there. I believe she has a show somewhere that is current. So we shall see. And now maybe she can reach the full potential that she wanted to reach, but she wanted to hold on to her marriage and her love and have that family, have that happy ever after, that white picket fence, to death do us part. So, but it seems like, nope, it did not work out that way. And it seems like, he wanted the divorce more than she did. And like I said, the way that they put people sometimes in categories, or he boxed them in, and he probably felt like Megan couldn't reach the plateau of something he wants now, since he's older, he's different, he's been married, now he wants something else, and he believes that she cannot reach that, is unattainable for her. And then also it's unfair to ask her to dedicate everything to him. And that looks like he's looking for dedication. He's looking for someone that is living, breathing the church all day and every day, can answer the phone calls, know the people's names and things of that nature. And plus, Megan wasn't really accepted at first. She had to go through a lot. So at the same time, she had to put her feelings aside and do this for him. And then also feeling like, oh, I'm bringing negativity to him. I love this man so much. He's so good. He's so inspirational. He saved lives. And she have put him on a pedestal even higher than what she was thought was attainable, because when she first met him, she said that she wanted to get married to him, that he was going to be her husband. So she ultimately wanted him, and she seen all of his characteristics and what he was doing, as far as he does films, he's a producer, and also he has a production company. So Franklin be handling his business, but he's wishing her well. Yesterday he was leaving the gym, he was like, he's happy, he still loves Megan and everything. I'm just like, Lord have mercy, poor thing. You know how devastated Megan must be? Like, she did all this, went through all this type of ridiculation, people basically chastising her, saying that she's not this, she's not that, and basically feeling inferior all these years, maybe because of people put that on her, and then having her own, insecurities. And then after not even 10 years, 9 years, he's like, go. And, he can quickly start a whole new family if that's the case that he wants. But like I said, with these type of men, their image of women and relationship and ideal of their life changes really rapidly. And if they don't feel like you can keep up, they will move, or they just feel like, I'm done with it. And I'm glad that he let her go, so she can live her life and find her happy ever after. But I'm like, I know she feels this. I know she's like, what? And like, was it something they couldn't work out? They couldn't work things out, because he does conflict resolution, inspirational. I guess God done told him, boy, you got to let her go. Just like that. Yeah, they did, because they was upset with him because he chose her. So you have a lot going on, but he made it public, and he's working towards different aspects of life, and he's wishing her well, and he let Instagram know, like, Lord, but I believe that they had some time to deal with him going public. I know she's just like, oh. But in any event, let's talk about Miss Gates from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Sierra out here, she got engaged to by her man Jay or John. He proposed to her on Christmas. Lord have mercy, she got a ring for Christmas. She wanted a baby first, but it seems like now she's getting the ring, and maybe the baby's gonna come next. They've been living together, they work together. He's younger, he seems like a really good guy on Instagram, and she just had a lot of relationship that wasn't in the healthiest light. But it seems like this relationship that she's with Jay, and the way he caters to her, he really treats her like, that she is that person that she believes that she is, and he treats her with a lot of respect. So in any event, they went to Instagram and they posted him and proposing to Sierra posting proposing to her. So, she's engaged now. This won't be her first marriage. If she actually goes through with the marriage, it'll be her second, because she was married to Shooter. So congratulations to Ciara and her new man, Bebe. They enjoyed Christmas together, and she got her ring, and that rock is beautiful. I ain't gonna even front. Tell me that ring ain't pretty. That ring is gorgeous. She deserves it. She's been through a lot on that show. And it seems like Khloe Kardashian, she's handling her business while she is, basically not with, Mr. Mr. I be out here in these streets. um Oh, Lord have mercy. It seems like she's enjoying her Christmas. I don't know if Kanye West is going to be there, but in any event, she seems like she's happy and she's enjoying her Christmas, and she's not worried about the rumors. She's not worried about her daughter's father Tristan being out here in these streets and basically possibly having another, son, having another child out here with a stranger while they were in a relationship. So it seems like she's moving forward and she's celebrating her holiday, and Kim Kardashian is bringing it in with none other than Pete. Like, boy. So Kim seems like, she's enjoying herself and light of all the rumors, because she was the talk of the town before Christmas even started, with Tristan out here and his text messages, the physical trainer that, she never trained him, but she was just out here and she was dating him. So it is what it is. And G Herbo basically let us know that him and his, girlfriend, I believe she's his girlfriend, which is Emily, and Fabulous daughter, Taina Williams, they are with child. She is pregnant again. So she got steppers, one right after the next. They posted to Instagram to let the world know that they are dating. Not dating, that they having a baby. They're having another baby on the way, y'all. So they're having another baby. They let us know for Christmas. So, they got a baby for Christmas. Lord have mercy. And so let's get to Miss Tiffany Haddish. You guys heard about Tiffany Haddish, the interview that she did with Jason Lee. I was like, Lord have mercy. Homegirl is out here running around the streets with Common, and they're supposed to be in this relationship for a year, and everything, and that, like, everywhere. And it seems so happy. And all of a sudden, she finds out that Common wants to break up with her. He doesn't want the relationship anymore. And basically, he lets her know through his publicist and telling her to come and get her stuff up out the house. And then Common said that the reason why him and Tiffany Haddish did not work, is because they're so dedicated to their careers. They're dedicated to the people that, they support, they take care of, and they're like crafts of their careers and their opportunities in their business. So therefore, Common said that he didn't have enough energy to feed their relationship because he had so much other stuff to feed. So basically, Common done broke up with her because he ain't got time for her. Like, Lord have mercy. And Tiffany Haddish said that she was shocked because that's not what he told her when he basically wanted to part ways, but after her assistant told her about the situation, so she was blindsided by Common, and she was blindsided by the reason that he gave the public of them not being together. But in any event, she didn't want to tell the real what he told her. So basically, maybe Common was being a gentleman by basically not telling the interviewer Jason Lee that this is the real reason why I ain't with her, because it probably would just be bad. And we know how Common is. Common likes butterflies. He likes love. He likes everything. When you first date somebody, you're always thinking about them. They're on your mind. You vision them. You get butterflies in your stomach. You can't wait to hear their voice. Everything sounds so good. As soon as you hear their voice and you see them and you hug, you jump on, you just feel like, oh my God, this is just my world. And Common loves that feeling. And when he don't get that feeling, and that separates, he's in the idea of love and the honeymoon period, not all this other deep stuff. And she had to go get her stuff. He couldn't even bring her stuff. He made her go. He could have brought her stuff and brought her some cake, some cookies, or something. I was like, Lord, so she basically saying that she didn't like it. She really didn't like it. And she was asked, do you think Common is the common denominator in his breakups with other famous women? And she said, yes, she agreed with the situation. So in any event, they are no longer together, but none of us really thought that it was going to last because it came out of nowhere. And previously before, Tiffany Haddish, she was dating like a political woman, and they were dating for like 3 years or 2 years, and he just jumped and broke up with her and got with Tiffany. At least that's how I remember it. But in any event, Tiffany said her feelings was hurt. She felt a certain type of way. She felt it was not cool. And, she's basically looking for love again. And she said it hurt. It was hard. She was very disappointed in how their relationship ended. And I guess basically she said she ain't that book and not busy. And she poured into the relationship. And Common said that we were not pouring into our relationship the love and everything else going on. So I guess Common was like, well, I need to keep it moving. And Common will keep it moving real quick. So we shall see how this situation pans out. But in any event, Tiffany Haddish is not happy about the situation, and she's very disappointed. And she probably thought that Common was going to do better when it comes to the breakup aspect. But at least they're not doing this for many years. But in any event, she posted to her Twitter account, and she said basically she just wants a man that she can share her success with, she can share her life with, her joy with. So is she trying to say that Common didn't enjoy her success? What's going on? And she said she wants to be with a man that she feels safe around. She feels safe with him, and he can also feel safe with her. So is she saying that Common didn't trust her, or she didn't trust him? There was some trust issues where neither one of them felt safe about maybe exploring different things and opening up to one another because of their popularity and their platforms and their statues that they have in the community. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. I was like, So, but Tiffany Haddish said that she's moving on, and she's looking for someone to make her happy. And it is what it is. I was just like, Lord, it's just like that. Just like that, their relationship is like over with. Crazy, y'all. Crazy. I'm like, I couldn't believe that they just ended like that. So you guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and it'd be greatly appreciated. If you guys can also, go back to the beginning of the video, because we do a timeline of Nene Leakes with the old now young boo named Temp. How they were, talking or knew each other back in May. So please check that out. And thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you. Common is a mess. Common is definitely a mess. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and you enjoy your holiday, and you have a good time. And I just hope that you guys all have joy, peace, and happiness. For real. But we had to talk about some gossip today. So please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Peace and love to my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad. Thank you guys so much.